Tonight, newly released documents shedding more light on the slaying of a 33-year-old podcast host and her husband, murdered in their Seattle area home, police say, by her alleged stalker. Redmond police say Zora Sadeghi and her husband, Mohammed Milad Nasseri, were shot and killed Friday by this man, Raman Hoda Karamazai, before taking his own life.
The Redmond Police Department is familiar with both the victim and suspect in this case because of an active stalking investigation that was occurring.
Only a week before the murder, the couple desperately filing for an order of protection against the man they claimed was harassing Sadeghi to the point that she was, quote, suffering from a deep-seated fear for her safety. Police say the man initially reached out to Sadeghi on a chat platform as a listener and fan of her audio streaming. But his actions soon intensified. She said he delivered flowers to her home, sent jewelry and gifts, parked in her neighborhood to catch a glimpse of her, and repeatedly called her husband, friends, and neighbors. Sadeghi's petition documenting the dozens of phone calls, voicemails, and text messages she received, despite blocking his number and social media accounts.
In one of the reports, she reported over 100 contacts in a single day.
Sadeghi writing, his voice messages to me have been the cause of anxiety and insomnia for me. They include him crying and begging for me to pick up, him threatening to burn himself and the tree in front of my house. She asked that the order remain in place for 99 years because he has said many times that nothing short of his own death would make him leave me alone. Police say they were in the midst of trying to serve the order of protection, but the suspect, who lived in Texas and was a long-haul trucker, was difficult to track down. Even then, that civil order of protection can only go so far.
Stalking is really difficult because you have to show their intent is to harm or harass or cause that injury.
Some Washington state lawmakers are hoping to change that, just this week debating a bill to lower the standard to prosecute stalking, calling for proof of substantial emotional distress. The Redmond police chief testifying in favor.
The reasonable fear that the language in this bill talks about, that fear is real, as is the emotional distress that is caused upon the victims and their families.
All right, Valerie Castro joins us now live. So, Valerie, we heard it there in your report. It's hard to combat stalking. So what should people do, especially women who find themselves in these situations?
So the police chief in this case says the couple did everything they were supposed to do. And our expert says you really need to document everything, every phone call, save every voicemail. If you have a Ring camera and someone is stopping by your home, save those security videos, because all of that becomes evidence to build the case that stalking is happening. The sooner you can get that evidence to police, the better. Although in this case, the question becomes, is there any intervention that could have happened earlier in the suspect's life at some point before he got to this level? But it's tough to say.
Yeah, because you wonder if a restraining order would have even stopped him at this point.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.